Good morning, you guys. I hope you guys don't mind the mess. I'm shooting here from my apartment. And today we're going to talk about how to get access to free capital, free money, money that you're not taxed on, money that you don't have a liability for tax, and money that is just going to actually help you build your wealth. Okay. So, in my opinion, the best way to build a wealth, and since we're on the topic of credit repair, when people view this channel, most likely, like 99% sure, you're trying to repair your credit or you're an existing client. Whether you're an existing client or someone that is thinking about hiring me and doing the right thing to do in the research on whether or not we can do the job, which we definitely can, is your goals. The only value that credit has is that it is a tool that is going to use to help you benefit your life, i.e., getting an apartment, getting a home, getting a business loan, whatever it is. But the best way to get capital in America is through real estate. I'm just going to just flat out tell you. Some of my clients have real estate already. They're looking to refinance. That's why they're repairing their credit. Or, some clients are in that spectrum. They're looking to get into real estate. Okay, so number one, before you get into real estate, before we want to repair your credit, you're gonna have to change your mindset. Okay, that's number one. Change your mindset from short term to long term. Okay, there's two types of people that buy homes. Okay, probably more. Let's just talk about the main two. The first one is the first time home buyer. The first time home buyer mentality is under the impression, under the the days of romanticizing home ownership, just to get out of an apartment. They're looking at a home to get for their family. They're not thinking in the long term. They're not thinking about what if they lose their home. What if rates have already gone up. Our current market interest rates are going up, and they're scaring a lot of people in the first category. But the people in the second category, they're seeing it as opportunities. There's tons of foreclosures on the market now. Basically, foreclosures are homes that the bank has on their, and they're really cheap. Basically it, okay? They're auctioned off for sale. Investors buy them for cheap, fix them up, and they use these two codes in order to get access to capital, okay? So let's say you don't have 500K, but you want to get access to it. Well, you have an opening deposit for a real estate purchase, which is 6% deposit, 30% deposit, depending upon which loan you want to get. Well, you want to pay attention to two codes, tax codes, and they're going to help you get money for free. The first one is the 1031 exchange, where basically if you get a property and you use the gains of that property in the sale, let's say you sell that home, as long as you use that money for another home, or you do a cash out refi, which is basically you buy a home, you borrow equity out of the home, assuming that you've lived there for some time, so on and so forth. If you sell that property within 6 months, you can do a 1031 exchange, and then if you use that money to invest in another property, pretty much the government is going to go in on you on that deal per se, and you're going to be exempt from paying the capital gains on that property when you sell it. That's pretty awesome, right? A 121 exclusion is kind of similar, but there is a ownership and usage rule where if you live in the property, you have to live in it for 2 years, and you get an exemption up to $500,000. Okay, if you're married. If you're single, it's $200,000, $250,000, give or take. And that's good, right? You don't pay interest on that. You don't pay tax on that. Okay, so if you are approaching the real estate market with the mindset of a first home buyer, this is not the market for you. But that doesn't mean you can't. Okay, just like repairing your credit. If you have a short-term goal to repair your credit within, let's say, 3 months, okay, you have to understand why. Why are you in such a hurry? Well, the longer you don't repair your credit, the more it's going to cost you. My fee, $1,500, $1,700, whatever it is. Actually, you're going to spend that money anyway, paying it in interest and subprime interest rates for credit cards and stuff that you already have or going to get, or a car loan, a car note. Okay, so the main thing is to change your outlook on life in general. change it from short term to long term. The first time home buyer only looks 3 steps ahead, maybe 2 steps ahead. They only see like a foot in front of them. But the investor looks and sees 10 steps ahead, 20 steps ahead, sees 5 to 10 years ahead. You got to start looking like that. When you repair your credit, I can remove all the negative things off, okay? But you need to have a good credit building strategy. And why do I mention this now? This video is about free money. Well, guess what? You're never going to get access to free money or capital if you first don't do the prerequisite of that, which is building your credit. You have to have adequate credit to get into real estate. And not just credit. You might have a 750 score, but if you don't have a proper debt to income ratio or a good deposit, you're going to be SOL, shit out of luck. Okay? So you have to focus on those things. And so a lot of my downline clients are business owners or people in the high income bracket. Let's just say 80K, 120K. If you look at most of my clients, okay? So that's what I like to focus on, okay? If you hire me personally, you're probably in one of those categories because you can afford my fee to begin with. But here's the thing. If you're not approaching the real estate game with the mindset of an investor and your credit with the mindset of an investor too, i.e. investing in your credit, okay, paying for the service for me to repair it, and helping build you a strategy, you should go to uscreditcardguides.com and understand how to use every single credit card. This is crucial for real estate because if you don't have an adequate credit profile, it's going to be hard for you to borrow later down the line. And if you don't embody the credit building and credit using habits, then it's going to hurt you down the line, okay? So uscreditcardguides.com, I made a video about this, okay? You could get money from credit cards, but you do not want to borrow from your personal available credit, and you don't want to get a personal loan, installment loan. You just do not. You don't. If you want to get money, which is probably why you want to build your credit in the first place, you need to get your foot into real estate. That's the money that you want. You want to be able to do a cash out refi, not pay tax on that income. And plus, you're going to gain an unsurmountable amount of profit anyway, because guess what? The good thing about it, living in America, is that you only need maximum, let's say 30% down, 20% down, 6% down on a property that you get, okay? Let's say you get a duplex, okay, for, $500,000, okay? How much money do you have to put down? Did you need the full 500,000? No, you don't. You just need a deposit, and you need your credit score to be adequate and your debt to income. You got those two already, okay? You have your deposit, you have your income is there, you have your business or your job, whatever it is. The last part is the credit that you hired me for, or you want to hire me for. Let me be that part of the equation for you. Let me remove all the negative items and build your credit. That way you have available credit. But when you get approved for these credit cards after I repair your credit, don't go spending them the improper way. Don't misuse them. There are rules, okay, to the game of using credit cards, and you have to know them. So you should probably hire me so I could explain those to you, watch my videos, and know how to use them properly. You don't just want to get credit cards and then max them out and then pay them off, max them out and pay them off. Okay, if you want more information about this, go to my channel and just look for my video that says how to increase your credit limit, okay? Because you have to be in the constant state, the constant mindset of thinking about tomorrow, okay? What's your credit going to look like tomorrow, okay? And what's your profit on your real estate purchase tomorrow, the next day? Start making a big long-term plan, okay? And that's the main part of this video, is to change your mindset. If you want to make more money, you're going to have to change your mindset from short-term to long-term. Get into real estate, because real estate, you have those tax exemptions that are better than a lot of things out there. If you had a business, you have to pay tax on that money. But it's best to diversify your portfolio and start getting into real estate and use it as a mechanism to accrue wealth and to get more value back. Because, yeah, you might say, oh, well, if I do the 1031 exchange or the 121 exclusion, sell the property, I have to put it back into more property. Well, I can't buy my Mercedes with that. Well, you shouldn't either way. You should wait until you get your next property, do the same thing, and again and again. And as you grow, your income is going to grow, okay? You can also make income from that property by living in one part of the unit and then renting out the other rooms. Okay, as long as you live in there, you meet most requirements for those two programs. Okay, and you can avoid capital gains tax, and then you just increased your income. So owning a home will also increase your income, because right now short-term rentals are on the rise. The market is going up. Okay, affordable housing, there's a huge demand for it. So people are renting rooms because they can't own a home. So if you get a good deal and has enough rooms, or like a duplex, you could do this strategy and it will work fine for you. But you're going to have to change your mindset. Okay, you can get your dream home later. Okay, you can get your dream home later, but now think as an investor. Use your credit as an investment. When you pay my fee, it's an investment for you to get value out of it. When you get credit cards, see it as an investment, because you cannot build credit if you don't have income. You just can't. Okay, if you're making 30K a year, it's going to be really hard for you to start buying property. You're going to have to really reevaluate your income. Okay, so I'm always an advocate increasing your income, and that's going to help increase your credit, because your credit is amounts owed, and your debt to credit ratio is important. And believe it or not, your income determines your credit score, and many factors, like your bank. If your bank knows you have $100,000 in the bank of income, they know that you can get a $5,000 credit card. And if they know you're going to manage your credit cards responsibly, they're not going to charge you a lot of interest, and you're going to get a credit limit increase. Okay, so you're going to have to be well versed on how to scale your credit, get into real estate so you can get access to that free money. If you want more information on this, hire me personally. Watch some of my videos. But these are two very important rules. You can look them up: 121 exclusion and the 1031 exchange. So if you want to get access to that free money, you're going to have to start thinking long-term and not short-term. I can fix your credit in the short term, whatever that equates to you. Is 3 months short for you? Is 6 months? If you look at the full spectrum, your full lifespan, okay, 60, 80, 100 years, how much is 6 months to you? Is it worth investing in yourself to repair your credit, build your credit up to par? That way you get access into real estate. Is it worth it to you? So do some more research. uscreditcardguides.com. I'll provide some links for the two tax rules below, and also the link for uscreditcardguides.com. You need to do your homework on your credit cards. And if you hire me personally, I will show you how to use them specifically to skyrocket you to get another credit limit increase. Because before you do real estate, your credit is only going to get high if you have a high credit limit on your credit cards. How diverse they are. You're not going to be able to get a good auto loan in comparison to the available credit that you have if you have no available credit cards, and they're both factored into long-term and short-term. Well, if you want to get a good credit profile, you need to get old age credit accounts, authorized users. Authorized users are definitely valuable. You need to know how to use them. And then primary accounts are something that you're going to have to get right now, today, tomorrow, very soon, if you don't already have them, and start building them up rapidly. Before you get into real estate, it makes it so much easier when your personal credit is pretty much set up. So those are two ways you can get free money in 2023, basically pretty much free. Okay, and you shouldn't be worried about the interest rates, because in the mindset of a first-time home buyer, that 7% interest rate, mortgage rate, is going to hurt you. But if you have a tenant that's going to pay you $500 or $900 a month in rent for that room or freaking garage, or the other part of the duplex, well, guess what? That 7% mortgage rate is not going to be there forever. History shows that. If you look at the graph of interest rates, okay, I believe America was in near close to 20%. We're at 7-10% around there. And there's good news that's suggesting that inflation is going to go down. It's better than what expected. So you have to be optimistic, but also be smart. Okay, the increase on rates are not going to be super astronomical. That's going to halt all business investments. So you have to think as a business investor. You don't have to buy a skyscraper. You don't have to buy an apartment, complex. You can start small and start getting, duplexes. It's like the best way, or single family homes, stuff like that. All right. And use that real estate to get access to more capital and not pay tax on it, and then accrue in your, in the appreciation of the property, and then just be smart like that. That's how you want to do it. So I hope this video is helpful. I'll make another video about how to build your credit, and there's other videos on how to do it. So just keep on watching the channel, and you guys have a good morning.